Former All Blacks head coach Steve Hansen believes world rugby is entering a fresh and exciting era, and he is convinced that fans are about to witness something truly special when New Zealand and South Africa renew their legendary rivalry. With both nations arriving in outstanding form, anticipation is reaching incredible levels. According to Hansen, recent developments in the game have made international rugby faster, more entertaining, and more unpredictable than it has been in years. However, despite welcoming these positive changes, he insists that one key aspect of the sport could still determine which side walks away victorious. Excitement has been building ever since the All Blacks announced their squad for the highly anticipated 8-match tour of South Africa. It marks one of the biggest challenges of the international season and provides the perfect opportunity for new head coach Dave Rennie to prove that his team is moving in the right direction. Since taking charge, Rennie has guided New Zealand to an impressive unbeaten run. Victories over France, Italy, and Ireland have restored confidence throughout the country and reminded rugby supporters why the All Blacks have remained one of the sport's greatest powers for generations. The team has looked sharper, more organized, and significantly more dangerous with the ball in hand. Many fans now believe that the famous black jersey is once again becoming a symbol of attacking excellence. Standing in their path, however, is an equally formidable opponent. The Springboks have enjoyed a flawless July campaign of their own, defeating England, Scotland, and Wales with a combination of physical dominance, tactical intelligence, and clinical finishing. Their performances have once again demonstrated why they remain one of the toughest teams to beat anywhere in the world. With both rugby giants arriving unbeaten, the stage is perfectly set for another unforgettable chapter in one of sport's greatest rivalries. For Steve Hansen, this contest is about far more than simply winning or losing. He believes the upcoming series represents a fascinating clash of rugby philosophies, with two world-class teams bringing different strengths and different approaches onto the same field. Reflecting on the recent international window, Hansen explained that the biggest improvement wasn't necessarily found in the scorelines but in the mindset of the teams themselves. More nations are showing the confidence to attack from anywhere on the field instead of relying almost entirely on tactical kicking. Teams are keeping possession longer, moving the ball wider, and taking greater risks in search of tries. According to Hansen, supporters have responded exactly as rugby hoped they would. Fans are becoming excited again. Stadiums are witnessing more line breaks, more creative attacking movements, and more memorable tries. Every match feels faster, more open, and more entertaining. For Hansen, this is precisely the direction international rugby should continue following if it wants to attract even more supporters around the world. He pointed to the All Blacks as one of the best examples of this attacking evolution. Under Dave Rennie, New Zealand has developed a much clearer attacking identity. Every player appears to understand their role, the team's objectives, and the style of rugby they want to play. That confidence has allowed the All Blacks to attack with greater freedom while remaining disciplined in their overall structure. Throughout the Nations Championship, New Zealand looked increasingly comfortable with possession. Rather than kicking the ball away at every opportunity, they searched patiently for weaknesses in defensive lines before launching dangerous attacks. Their willingness to keep the ball alive has made them one of the most exciting teams to watch once again. Steve Hansen also praised several other international sides for embracing a similar philosophy. Japan continues to impress with its high-tempo style built around speed, accuracy, and quick passing. Australia has also shown encouraging signs of becoming more adventurous with the ball, while France has found an excellent balance between intelligent tactical kicking and dangerous attacking rugby. Instead of removing kicking completely, these teams are using it more effectively. Their kicks now create attacking opportunities instead of simply relieving defensive pressure. That smarter balance between kicking and running rugby has dramatically improved the overall spectacle. Yet perhaps the most interesting observation made by Steve Hansen involved the officials. He believes there has been a subtle change in the way referees are managing matches. Although he does not believe World Rugby has introduced any official directive, he feels referees are increasingly rewarding positive attacking rugby instead of allowing games to become dominated by constant stoppages. If this trend continues, Hansen believes the sport will become even more enjoyable for players and supporters alike. For several seasons, fans have become frustrated by lengthy TMO reviews, repeated interruptions, and long delays while decisions were being checked. Although technology has improved accuracy, many supporters have felt that these stoppages have interrupted the natural flow of the game. According to Hansen, rugby is always at its best when the spotlight remains firmly on the players rather than the officials. The fewer interruptions there are, the greater the entertainment becomes. Looking back at the recent test matches, many supporters would agree with that assessment. The pace has increased dramatically. The ball remains in play for longer periods. Attacking opportunities appear more frequently. Players are expressing themselves with greater confidence. Most importantly, excitement has returned to international rugby. Despite these encouraging signs, Steve Hansen was careful not to suggest that everything had changed overnight. Instead, he believes improved communication between coaches and referees may have helped create a better understanding of how officials can encourage faster, more attractive rugby while still protecting the integrity of the game. Whether planned or simply a natural evolution, the results have been impossible to ignore. However, while attacking rugby has attracted most of the attention, another highly respected coach believes traditional strengths remain just as important. Former Wallabies head coach Ewan McKenzie offered his own fascinating analysis of how international rugby continues to evolve. Recent statistics reveal that teams are kicking less frequently than they did only 1 year ago. Possession has become increasingly valuable, encouraging coaches to keep the ball in hand whenever possible. Yet McKenzie believes kicking remains one of rugby's most important weapons. He pointed directly to South Africa as the perfect example. The Springboks continue to dominate through their outstanding contestable kicking game. Rather than kicking simply to gain territory, they launch carefully placed high balls designed to allow their chasing players to compete immediately for possession. According to McKenzie, the strongest international teams recover more than half of these contestable kicks, turning what appears to be a defensive play into a dangerous attacking opportunity. That success depends entirely on skill, timing, communication, and relentless effort. Players must compete fearlessly in the air. Support runners must react instantly to loose balls. Every kick becomes another opportunity to launch an attack. Although these details rarely receive the biggest headlines, they often determine the outcome of the world's biggest test matches. South Africa has mastered this approach better than almost anyone. Their forwards apply relentless physical pressure. Their backs compete aggressively under every high ball. Their organization transforms tactical kicking into one of the most effective attacking weapons in international rugby. If New Zealand hopes to defeat the Springboks on South African soil, they will need to match that intensity from the opening whistle until the final minute. Ewan McKenzie also highlighted another fascinating trend making its return to elite rugby: the driving maul. For a period, many teams appeared to move away from using this traditional weapon, preferring quicker attacking styles. Recently, however, the driving maul has returned as a major attacking platform capable of creating momentum, winning penalties, and scoring valuable tries. That creates an intriguing tactical battle heading into the greatest rivalry series. The All Blacks want speed, movement, and creativity. The Springboks rely on power, physicality, and relentless pressure. Both systems have delivered outstanding results. Soon, only one philosophy will come out on top. As excitement continues to grow, rugby supporters everywhere are asking the same questions. Can Dave Rennie lead the All Blacks to another famous victory? Will New Zealand's exciting attacking style overcome South Africa's unmatched physical strength? Or will the Springboks once again demonstrate why disciplined defense, dominant forwards, and intelligent tactical rugby continue to win the biggest matches? Few people understand these challenges better than Steve Hansen. He knows exactly how difficult it is to travel to South Africa and leave with a victory. He understands the intensity of the atmosphere. He appreciates the physical demands. Most importantly, He knows that the smallest moments often decide rugby's greatest contests. That is why his opinions continue to command enormous respect throughout the rugby world. He sees two exceptional teams entering this series with confidence. He sees attacking rugby enjoying a remarkable revival. He sees referees allowing matches to flow more naturally. But above all, he believes the fundamentals will still separate victory from defeat. Winning aerial battles, controlling territory, dominating the driving maul, handling pressure in the biggest moments. Those qualities remain the foundation of championship rugby. As the countdown to the greatest rivalry continues, one thing has become absolutely clear. This is much more than another international tour. It is another chapter in rugby's greatest rivalry, featuring two unbeaten giants determined to prove they deserve to stand at the very top of the world rankings. The tactical battle promises to be fascinating. The physical confrontation promises to be relentless. And if Steve Hansen's predictions prove correct, supporters may witness some of the most entertaining Test rugby seen in recent years. Everything is now in place. The players are ready. The coaches have prepared. The fans are waiting. All that remains is for the All Blacks and the Springboks to write another unforgettable chapter in rugby history.